A dramatic shift inside the royal household is reportedly unfolding, and insiders say it has created one of the most unexpected power realignments in recent royal memory. Princess Anne, long known as the monarchy's most disciplined and no-nonsense figure, is said to have stepped in and dramatically reshaped the structure surrounding Queen Camilla's inner circle. At the center of the reported shakeup are Camilla's ladies-in-waiting, several of whom have quietly served the Queen for years. But what has stunned royal watchers is not only the removal of their authority. According to Palace Whispers, a new team connected to Princess Catherine is already taking shape, signaling a possible generational transition inside the palace. What exactly happened behind palace doors? Why would Princess Anne intervene in such a sensitive royal role? And how does Catherine suddenly find herself leading a newly structured support team? The story reveals far more about the future direction of the monarchy than anyone expected. The role of ladies-in-waiting. For centuries, ladies-in-waiting have played a crucial role in royal life. They are far more than ceremonial companions. These women often assist with correspondence, coordinate royal schedules, accompany members of the royal family to events, and act as trusted confidants. Queen Camilla inherited much of this traditional system when she stepped into her role as queen consort. Many of the women who supported her had long-standing personal ties and were viewed as loyal allies who helped stabilize her transition into the senior royal position. However, the modern monarchy has increasingly been trying to streamline operations and move away from older court traditions that can appear outdated to the public. That is where Princess Anne reportedly stepped in. Princess Anne's quiet authority. Princess Anne has long been regarded as one of the most respected and hard-working members of the royal family. Known for her efficiency and direct approach, she rarely seeks the spotlight, yet her influence within royal operations is significant. Over the years, and has developed a reputation as someone who prioritizes duty and practicality above all else. Palace staff often describe her as someone who values results, structure, and discipline. Sources claim that concerns have been quietly building inside royal administrative circles about overlapping responsibilities and unclear authority among certain members of the Queen's support staff, and who has taken on an increasingly important role advising on internal royal operations, reportedly felt the system needed to be modernized, and the decision that followed was bold: the authority shift. According to insiders familiar with the palace changes, several of Camilla's ladies-in-waiting were informed that their traditional authority would be significantly reduced. Rather than acting as central figures coordinating aspects of the Queen's schedule and communications, their roles would become more ceremonial and limited in scope. The shift reportedly came as part of a broader reorganization intended to streamline palace operations and prepare the institution for the future. While the change may appear administrative on the surface, royal watchers say it carries deeper implications. Historically, altering the structure of a queen's personal support team is extremely rare, and the fact that Princess Anne was involved in guiding the transition has fueled speculation that the palace is quietly preparing for the next era of leadership, Catherine's expanding influence. At the same time that Camilla's traditional support structure was being adjusted, attention turned to another development that caught royal observers off guard. Princess Catherine is said to be assembling a new advisory and support team of her own. Unlike the traditional ladies-in-waiting system, this emerging structure reportedly emphasizes professional expertise and modern administrative roles. Royal aides, communication specialists, charity advisors, and event coordinators are believed to be part of the evolving group. The approach reflects Catherine's broader vision for her royal work. Over the past several years, she has focused on long-term initiatives tied to early childhood development, mental health awareness, and social well-being. Building a team capable of managing large-scale projects and global attention requires a different structure than the traditional court model. And according to palace insiders, that is exactly what is being created: a generational shift inside the palace. The timing of these changes has sparked widespread discussion among royal commentators. Some believe the restructuring reflects a generational transition within the monarchy. King Charles and Queen Camilla represent continuity with royal traditions that have defined the institution for decades. But Prince William and Princess Catherine are widely seen as the future faces of the monarchy. Modern audiences expect transparency, efficiency, and meaningful charitable impact from royal figures. As a result, Many of the systems that once governed palace operations are gradually evolving. Princess N, with her decades of experience navigating both tradition and modernization, appears to be playing a crucial role in guiding that balance. Her reported involvement in redefining Camilla's support structure may reflect a strategic effort to ensure smoother transitions in the years ahead. Reaction inside royal circles. Within royal circles, reactions to the reported changes have been mixed. Some insiders say the adjustments were necessary and overdue. They argue that modern royal operations require streamlined communication channels and professional management structures. Others believe the shift could create tension among those who have served the monarchy through more traditional roles. Ladies-in-waiting historically held positions of prestige and trust. Reducing their authority inevitably alters long-standing relationships and expectations. However, those close to the palace insist the changes are not personal. Instead, they say the monarchy is evolving to meet the demands of a new era. Catherine's leadership style. Observers who have followed Catherine's rise within the royal family say her leadership style is distinctly collaborative. Rather than relying solely on ceremonial roles or inherited structures, she has consistently surrounded herself with advisors who bring professional experience in fields such as research, communications, and philanthropy. Her early childhood initiative alone involves partnerships with universities, policy experts, and international organizations. Managing projects on that scale requires a highly organized team capable of operating far beyond the traditional palace framework. The formation of a new team reflects that reality, and if the reports are accurate, Catherine's approach may signal how future royal households will function. What this means for Camilla. For Queen Camilla, the shift does not necessarily diminish her position. Instead, it reflects the changing dynamics of how the monarchy manages its internal structure. Camilla continues to play a significant role supporting King Charles and representing the crown at official engagements. However, the modernization of palace operations means certain historic traditions are gradually giving way to more contemporary systems. Even so, Camilla's closest allies remain important figures within her circle, and many are expected to continue supporting her in different capacities. The bigger picture. Ultimately, this reported shakeup highlights the quiet transformation underway inside the royal institution. The monarchy has survived for centuries by adapting to changing times. From shifting public expectations to the pressures of global media scrutiny, modern royal life requires flexibility and strategic planning. Princess Anne's decisive approach, combined with Catherine's forward-looking initiatives, suggests that senior royals are actively shaping how the institution will function in the future. It is not a dramatic public overhaul. Instead, it is a careful recalibration happening behind palace doors. Looking ahead, as Prince William and Princess Catherine continue to take on greater responsibilities, the structure surrounding them will likely evolve even further. Younger generations expect royal figures to be not only ceremonial representatives, but also leaders who champion real causes and measurable impact. Creating teams capable of supporting that mission is essential. If the recent changes are any indication, the palace is already preparing for that future. And Princess Anne's role in guiding these transitions shows just how influential she remains within the royal family's inner circle. What do you think about these reported palace changes? Was Princess Anne right to modernize the structure around Queen Camilla's team? And could Catherine's newly assembled group signal the next chapter for monarchy? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into royal developments, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest royal news, palace updates, and behind-the-scenes stories shaping the future of the royal family.